Welcome everybody to the ESK8 UK live experience. Silent Suki in the background. We've got Pete up in the top corner that you can see, Taz down at the bottom left, and Jeff, my mate from WA, mad racer and good friend. So I'm surrounded by, I feel, part of the ESK8 family from Australia. It feels awesome to be here. And we're going to talk all things 2025 Australian Nationals with the legends themselves, the people who have brought it to us. Taz, I'm going to bring you in straight away. Mate, what have you done?
I've created a monster. No, I'm really excited.
It's going to be good. Wait, give us a rundown. What's going on?
Yeah, so I guess we came up with the idea to run a bigger event than we've ever done. So we're running a 4-day racing event, multiple tracks. We've got night racing, day racing, indoor competitions, endurance competitions. We've got some group rides going on. We've got a whole lot going on. So we're just, super excited to bring it to the Aussie racers and anyone that wants to travel. And really stoked to be putting it on.
All right. So I've got to say, we shout out to Chloe for bringing all you guys together, and for Suki, obviously, in the background, who's Silent Suki, who's always here doing all the, the background tasks and getting all this stuff up. But thank you to Chloe for getting you legends in here with me. I was stoked to be invited to come and chat with you guys because I haven't seen you all in such a long time. Jeff, how do you feel? You've got the rest of the nation going to come at you and Taz and Pete to give you a bit of a run for your money. What's going on?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to have a few more people to race against. Although we do have a few guys in WA who are getting pretty quick as well, so it's going to be nice to have a lot on track. When we did the Bunbury event, we had something like, how many was it, Taz? 20 or so?
Yeah, we had just over 20. Yeah,
on track at once, which was pretty fun, especially the reverse grid. I look forward to it. It's going to be good.
And Pete, how are you shaping up? I haven't seen much of your stuff online, but I'm gathering you're in the mix with these lunatics as well. I'm gathering. What's going on? Oh, and welcome to the channel.
I wouldn't. Thanks, Craig. Yeah, no, it's awesome being here. And meeting you virtually for the first time. It's awesome. I guess I started with these guys a while ago, and I've slowly progressed and built up a race board as well, which is behind me. And I've been doing a lot of T-race. I love the T-race. So I did go to Queensland as well. And so I'm super gun to didn't do as well as I wanted, but I'm gunning for this event. It's going to be a great like a varied mix of tracks and skill levels required. So yeah, looking forward to it.
No, that's awesome, and I think that's one thing that I've sort of got to highlight. I am coming across. I am going to pretend that I'm a racer for a weekend, and I'm probably more inexperienced than I should be as far as it comes to racing. But I think the one thing that I'm going to say right here, right now, is it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to come and see the racing, come along. If you want to get involved, come and get involved, because there will be people there that are pretty novice, and there'll be some pro racers, which you can see on screen right now. Two of the guys I was lucky enough to be in Vegas a couple of years ago with, and we didn't have the results we wanted, but it was amazing to be there with, good mates from Australia. And I'm stoked to be back in the presence of greatness back in WA in November with you guys. So, just saying, just throwing it out there. Right, I'm going to go through the bit of the race format that's going on. So day one, practice and qualifiers. I'm going to read from the script, guys. So chime in whenever you want. 14th of November is a Friday, correct?
Yeah, Friday night. Yep.
6 p.m. I'm going to say this wrong. Cockburn.
It's Coburn, but we all call it Cockburn.
Is this sort of a thing that you're not telling us? Is this some sort of random thing that's going to happen here, or is this just?
Yeah, it's just the inside joke. No, right. It's Coburn, but we can call it Cockburn.
It's National Raceways, so this is an outdoor track under lights.
Yes. So Actually, I'm going there tomorrow night to get some photos and video of it under lights, because I've seen it. I've seen videos and things like that. But yeah, it's going to be awesome to check it out and actually, have a look around and a ride around under the lights. So I'll get as much as I can. But it's just going to be a whole different experience racing at nighttime. And yeah, the idea of that night is just, we've got a lot of time, and qualifying's not going to take the whole 4 hours. So yeah, we're all just going to kind of get together and have a bit of fun, meet each other, and yeah, nice and relaxed, and start setting some nice times.
Jeff, Pete, you get that? Relaxed. He wants everyone else to be relaxed, so he can just go in there. All right. So just keep going. We know your game here, Taz. Don't worry.
Mind games.
Day 2, championship race, all divisions, 15th of November, 9 a.m. at Coburn International Raceway. So that's a full day event, day 2, which is a Saturday.
Yeah. So that's our outdoor race. Again, it's as you mentioned, any skill level that comes down, like we're trying to accommodate for everyone, and that's sort of the spirit that we go for. So the more races we get, the more divisions that we can create on the day and seed. So we're really hoping to get a full range of races and skill sets, and accommodate for those skill sets. If we have time, we're definitely throwing in some novelty races like team relays, short track variation. We're just going to make the most of the day out there. So yeah, it should be really fun outdoors, and hopefully nice and sunny too.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
That's the big track. That's the fast one.
That's the big fast one. Yeah,
that's 80 k's an hour on that one.
80 k's an hour. So for those pros that are willing to push the limits, it's a place where it's going to happen. Which is, I mean, it's pretty amazing that you've been able to access a track that's this big. I mean, a lot of people around Australia are really struggling to find even places to practice and stuff, but we'll get into that shortly. So day 3, indoor pro race and sportsman enduro, which is 16th of November, 9 a.m. at High Voltage Entertainment, indoor.
Yep, correct. So there's been a slight change to that. We're going to run on the Sunday. We're going to run just all endurance racing. It just makes it simpler and cleaner. And that way we can get everyone on the track at once. So yeah, basically we're going to run 15-minute intervals where people just try to get as many laps as possible. It's not like a head-to-head race or anything. It's just as many laps as you can do in 15 minutes. So test your endurance, test your skill. And we'll obviously break that up into skill levels as well. So there'll be different divisions. So we don't have fast guys running into the back of the slower guys and vice versa. So that's a slight change, but yeah, that day is the indoor endurance race, basically.
Cool. Day 4, indoor pro enduro, 17th of November, 7 p.m. again, evening time. High Voltage Entertainment. So that's the Monday night.
Yes, that's the Monday night. And because we've changed the Sunday, we've also changed the Monday to just be that pro race. But we are opening up the track for just a huge free ride session. So for everyone that's coming down to watch the pros race, there's also going to be opportunities for everyone to jump on the track and have some fun as well. So
now to jump
on to wind it up.
To jump on the tracks anywhere, I'm going to throw this out. You've got to register to race. You've got to register the event to ride on the tracks on any of those days. So if you want to come along and ride, you have to register. And
absolutely.
So you're covered under insurances and all the rest of it that you guys have set up. Is
awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. Good to clarify that.
Yes. So you want to come along. I mean, obviously, if you want to spectate, come along and support. There is donation places or a place to donate as well if you can't attend and you want to support the crew in Australia for racing and for the events and stuff, which is where, Taz? Where can they find that?
Yeah, so just on the registration page, there's also donation links and things like that. And obviously, we appreciate any support that comes through. It just helps make it better for everyone. And yeah, everything that comes in, we just funnel back into the race events. So yeah, really appreciate that.
All right, now I want to know. I want the dirt. Who's coming from where? How good are we talking? And who's really going to shake up Taz and Jeff in WA? I want to know the dirt. Come on, spill the mud, guys.
There's actually.
Well, if it's...
Sorry, I missed that.
Pete was coming in with the truth.
I was about to say
rubbish.
Yeah, I was about to come in with the truth. Yeah, in Queensland was interesting because we had the Radium boys there, and we weren't expecting them to put on that that strong of a show, and they definitely turned up, especially Dylan. Yeah, they really surprised us, I think. What do you think, Taz?
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan and Liam both caught me off guard. Obviously, I was struggling for a bit of grip there, and Dylan just had no issues sliding around. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do when he comes here because him and Liam are both coming across.
Yep.
We've got a really healthy participant pool from all over Australia already. Like we're still 4 months away, but yeah, there's a solid mix of people from all over Australia, which is awesome. So a few new names that I haven't really seen, although I've been like researching a little bit and seeing some of them are quite good races.
You've
So
heard on all the
yeah,
other people out there.
yeah.
There's a guy up in Sydney who's building himself some stuff up at the moment, Clayton.
Yes.
I've ridden with
Yeah,
him.
he's just signed up, yeah. And then
He's
a
an
few of the names
excellent
that we know of are talking about coming over as well. Some have signed up, some are yet to sign up, but yeah, it's shaping up to be really exciting. Definitely one of the most exciting races I've had here.
So
If I was a gambling man, I'd definitely have my money on Taz. He's riding well. He's done a nice forward upgrade. I think he's going to be the man to beat.
I saw the 300s go on his board. I was like, oh, here we go.
It's definitely been a step up, but yeah, you can't count anything out. Like, who knows what will happen?
Yeah, look, on the day, it's on the day, and yeah, you never know what's going to happen. And I've seen some crazy stuff, as we all have.
Yeah,
and seen some of the best and worst things happen. Jeff, unfortunately, made it in Vegas when we were together. You had an absolute beat up of catastrophic events, which should never have happened. But
well, yeah, when you get crashed into, and yeah, there's not much you can do about that. That's just racing, I guess.
Yeah, and
there's no bitterness in that voice whatsoever, is there?
So I'm going to ask Taz from the other side. Is there anyone from overseas chiming in? Is there anyone coming across? I mean, we've had
interest, but no one overseas as a racer has signed up yet. We've got the Meepo guys coming over from China, which is awesome. So that's our first.
I did hear a bit of a rumor of that today, but I wasn't sure whether or not I could share those little.
Well, as far as I'm aware, I'm allowed to announce that. So that's our first international guest, which we're really excited about, and hopefully people can follow.
I've been told that Kieran himself is traveling across for the event.
Yes.
So the owner and CEO of Meepo, I have been told, is attending. And if you've just confirmed that, that is awesome. He's a lovely guy, really easy to talk to, loves his sport, loves everything about it. I mean, Jeff and Taz, you both were lucky enough to meet him when you were in Vegas at ESK8 24. And yeah, he's a genuinely lovable guy who loves his sport and wants to push and promote racing, which is huge. And I think he's going to do some extra stuff in Australia coming up soon, but I think there's stuff to be announced at a later date. Brings me into my next thing, sponsors. Meepo a major sponsor, or just a sponsor? I mean,
yeah. So at the moment, we're still, obviously, as you've heard, we're still talking. They are coming over. They're doing demo rides. And they're supporting the event. There could be more to come, but I can't announce anything just yet. And then as well as
you've got to keep the commercial stuff quiet until you've got access to release it. So that's
absolutely
really amazing. That's great news.
Yeah, and then I've been like overwhelmed with the amount of companies that have gotten involved as well, like either just purely attending the event or supporting the event with prizes and money. We had Propel help us out with some products that we're going to use for raffles and things like that. So just all of this, all of these little elements that are going to add to the event, and it just, I'm really grateful.
Yeah, it's huge.
Draggy as well. Draggy's been awesome.
Draggy have been ongoing their support. They've since we had the Queensland event, they've helped us out with units. They've helped us out. Any like suggestions we've had to change their app, they've really like taken those on board and made the changes, or are making changes. And they've been awesome. They supported me going to Prague as well. So yeah. Draggy's a huge supporter of ours.
Chloe for the win, or Propel for the win. So I've got to ask about Draggy from my perspective. I mean, does everyone need to bring a Draggy unit across with them?
No. So thanks to Draggy, we do have enough units. Unless we get an overwhelming amount of sign-ups, we should have enough units for every single racer there. So when people come to check in on the first night, they'll receive their jersey. Everyone gets a jersey, the Draggy unit, and also we have our own in-house timing system that that everyone will get as well. So that'll all be set up. We'll have to run through everything, and
Taz, did you want people to bring their Draggy units across if they've got them, just in case you do have?
I mean, that would be awesome. That obviously just frees up more Draggies, and could even potentially pass some Draggy units onto free riders who just want to see how their times go and things like that on the free ride laps. I would definitely welcome that, as long as they can sign into our event. There's no issues with that.
So I've got to ask, because Australia is a epic place of rivalry around states. I've got Tasmania in the Arctic subcontinent of, well, they're not part of Australia. Let's just be honest. They're separated. And that we haven't even bothered to put a bridge down there, right? Tasmania, anyone coming across? Sorry for all those people in Tasmania. I don't mean it.
I don't think we have a Tasmanian. I'm really sorry if there is one, but I don't think there is one.
We had one in Vegas.
Rick.
Rick. Hopefully Rick jumps on board. It'd be good to see Rick over there.
I think he's unable to make this event. I think he has something on, or it's a shame. But hopefully someone from Tassie comes across. I mean, it's a huge journey, but hopefully we make it worth their while.
Well, it's a boat trip, a long haul. So it is a big bit of a travel, but it's a shame that Rick can't make it. Great guy, great racer, and loves the sport. And I think he just did a ferry over there in Tassie just recently to promote the sport over there as well, which is great. Queenslanders, we've obviously got some coming from Queensland. I know.
We've got a solid bunch. I think they're the second largest population of racers after WA. So we've got quite a few Queenslanders and people from New South Wales, and a small bunch from Victoria. I think we're still missing the centre of Australia. We need some South Australians and North Territorians to come over.
Is Jack coming across from Queensland?
Sorry?
Has Jack signed up?
He hasn't signed up yet, but
okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes over. He'll definitely be a fierce competitor if he comes.
Okay. Interesting. So we've got Sydney, we've got Queensland, we've got Melbourne or Victoria. We haven't got Tassie. We're missing some from South Australia. I'm not sure if South Australia is the big racing capital of Australia, though, although they have some of the best, one of the biggest go-kart tracks that I think would be amazing to see ESK8 at one day, which is the Bend. They've got a track down at the Bend where the car racing circuit is, which looks, I think it's Talon Bend. It looks amazing. Anyway, we would love to try and get South Australia on the map, because that would be amazing. Where am I at to? Extra days. So I heard a rumor that potentially some people may be heading across earlier.
Yes. It sounds like there's a handful of people coming across early. So it's definitely enough to warrant an extra day at the racetrack. It's not too expensive to organize and not too difficult to organize. So we'll likely get a Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening session down at the go-kart track as well, the outdoor one.
Rumor has it, as you were opening up your lounge room for squatters and stuff for like the week before. I'm just joking. He isn't. No, I take that back. He isn't. It's not truth. I'm telling fib. Jeff, how about you, mate? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, probably not.
Just joking.
Yeah.
Only
because I've got a housemate, so yeah.
No, there are plenty of Airbnbs not far from the tracks, or between the tracks. So there's heaps of places to stay, huge amount of hotels. If if you've got miners' wallets and stuff, you've got plenty of money, so you'll be fine. If you haven't, the Airbnbs are actually reasonably priced over there as well. So I think my mate Scott Davies and myself will be probably getting an Airbnb over there somewhere. So I think it's going to be a really nice location. The weather probably is a big question that everyone's got. What temps are we looking at, Taz, Jeff, Pete?
I'll let someone else speak.
Probably hot.
Probably hot. I mean, it's start of November, so I mean, what are we looking at? Low 30s, like high 20s?
It could be up to high 30s even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's November's the start of summer, so we could see some high temps, but on average we should be sitting in the high 20s to low 30s at the worst. So it should be a comfortable range, hopefully.
Comfortable range. Well, it's not I suppose it's not 35 degrees and 0% humidity like Vegas, is it?
No.
But it will be hot.
No, well, you could actually get that quite easily.
You're not selling it, Jeff.
You're more likely to get that weather a little bit later on in the year or start of the following year.
So
it's obviously
not looking for me anywhere. It'll be down at Little Creatures, and I'll be setting up camp. So don't. I'm just joking. Some nice microbreweries and breweries down there as well. The Swan River is a great place for a watering hole as well. So, from your perspective, I suppose, Jeff and Taz, especially, the pro racing, how many people are you expecting to push through into the pro race for the events? I mean, if we get 50 people sign up, or maybe 70 people sign up, obviously you're going to split down, but you're going to have to minimize some groups because you don't want semi-novice pro racers against pros, right? So
that's right. Yeah.
From
so
your
what we
how you manage it?
It can work. It can work. It just depends. Like we had a pretty successful meet where we had everyone on track, and because it was such a big track, it kind of worked quite well. And we could get past the slower riders because the track was so big. But look, I guess it comes down to the qualifying times. What sort of times people are putting up.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm on track with you two, and I seriously, I'll have my pink frilly undies on, freaking out with you two coming behind me. So I'll be honest.
What we normally do is
psychologically, yes, stalking you there, Dave.
The two main variables will be how many people we have in total, and then the gaps between people's times. So usually we find the largest gap, and that's where we sort of split the next division. And so we'll go through the whole list of qualifying times, and where we see like a pretty big jump in times, that's where we'll sort of split it. We never split it by numbers because it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
And that way, the pro class might end up being 8 or 10 or maybe even just 6. But that way those racers won't endanger themselves or others by being, too fast, or, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. So Suki's asked, are the races unisex?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any split classes. It would be great if there were enough women racing to actually have a women group. We just don't get it yet. Hopefully we do one day. And
I think ESK8 first year they didn't have it. Second year they tried to get people on, and they had a small group. Third year sort of wasn't really big. Fourth year it was much bigger, and there was 6 or 7. So I think it's a progression thing to get more exposure, more people into it, and then go from there. Jan, good question. Will the event be live streamed? I mean, people around the world are desperate to watch this. I mean, when they're doing live streams from the US, I mean, I think we're all sitting there watching, at our homes and our lounge suites, sitting there just going, I wish I was there. What about what are we doing back the other way? Is anything going?
Yeah, so we are toying with the idea of doing something in-house by linking up to helmet cameras and the drones and things like that. Yep. Obviously, that takes a lot of work, and we're still, we still got a lot of other things to organize for the event. But if we can do it, we'd love to pull it off. Alternatively, if there are enough participants that we generate enough money, we would probably get that contracted out and get someone to stream that. So it all depends on how many people get involved, or if we get a sponsor to cover that. So
I think the other thing is, Taz, something that I spoke about with someone just recently is find out who's going to be there. I mean, Scott and I will both be there, and Chloe, I'm working on it. I know you are, Chloe.
She is.
I can't wait to meet Chloe face to face. I mean, amazing amount of work Chloe's doing for all of this.
Yes.
It's huge. But I think it wouldn't hurt to share people's socials who are going to be at the event, and if you're following those people's socials, then if there isn't anything that comes up that's, I suppose, promoted as standard, at least you can get live streams from the event from people who are streaming on their phones and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I won't be in the race. I can stream it for sure, and on my phone, and set up my phone somewhere so people can see it. And I'm sure others will do similars. So it's something that the other events don't do well enough. They don't promote the social entity of it, where half the information that's shared around the world is from YouTubers and all that sort of stuff. So we try and do our best to try and help, but a little kickback and a little help back the other way, given us promote, we'll get the word out and we can promote. So definitely an avenue we can help build that. I know Scott and I have been talking about it. I know there's some other stuff coming up that we're doing to try and promote the event, which Scott and I are talking about already. So definitely worth following the socials. In general, how many people are you expecting? Good question. Absolutely great question.
Yeah, so our local events, we usually get between the 20 to 30 racer mark. So I'd like to see double. We'll see. At the moment, we've cracked past the 25, I think it was last time I checked, and we still have 4 months to go. So I'd like to see at least 40. We'll see what happens, but it should be a really good participant pool. Definitely one of the biggest we've had here. So somewhere between 40 and 60 would be nice.
Not sure if it's been mentioned yet either, but it's EUC as well. It's open to EUC.
What? No, I'm just joking. It is a PEV event, which is Jeff's only saying that because he's going to be riding an EUC, right?
He's going to win. No.
I ride one badly. Yeah,
he's double dipping. No, the good thing about this, and great point, Jeff. If you are riding an EUC and ESK8, you actually can get a ticket to race in both if you want to. So it's a really important thing. Plus, or if you want to just ride EUC, it is an EUC event. Have you got any sponsors for EUC yet, Taz?
No, I'm really, really trying, and massive thanks goes out to Dale. I think his social is EUC Wheeler. He has been trying. He has a lot of EUC contacts, and he's been really trying. It has been really difficult, and in general, we really do want to showcase the EUC community a lot more. So, we're trying, and we're trying to get that out there a lot more. But if there's any EUC companies out there that want to talk, we'd love to hear from you.
And anybody out there practicing on a EUC that is interested, I believe, and I'm not sure where Jeff's sitting on this table, but there is an EUC T-Race list now. So I think if you go to the T-Race, you might see Jeff's name up there in the top 10.
Not on an EUC. Not on an EUC. I'm pretty average on that.
But he's getting there. He's getting there.
Slowly.
He's modest too. He's actually climbing up the ranks in his EUC. He's doing quite well compared to where you were. What's it been? Almost a year, Jeff?
Yep, just under a year.
Yeah.
Just under a year.
Probably.
Yeah. You're doing really well.
So great comment though, Jeff. It is really important that people know that EUC is there, and you can race the EUCs. So if you are good on them, and there's a lot of people around Australia. From what I know, the EUC market in Australia is huge. So it would be great to see 20 or 40 people out there on EUCs or more. So if you're an EUC rider, get amongst it, get out there and
absolutely.
Track.
We have, I think half of our sign-ups are from EUCs at the moment, which is really exciting. There's a crew coming over from New South Wales and a couple from Queensland as well. So it will be, a good EUC race as well. So really excited for those.
Victoria? No,
I don't think I've seen any from Vic yet. I'll double check that, but
I might have to push a few buttons and shake a few trees down here and say,
hopefully,
hey, what's going on?
hopefully, Matty Tingate over from Victoria. Last time he came over to Bunbury and he broke his wrist.
Oh, yeah, that's
So,
Yeah.
but hopefully, it'd be nice if he can make it over.
yeah, he drove all the way across, which is massive.
Yeah, it's a big effort from no matter where you're traveling from Australia, but it is the nationals. It is a national event. I know that you guys are also working hard for other states for potentially another race in Queensland. I'm meeting with the racetrack here in Melbourne on Sunday to talk, talk turkey about what that might look like here.
Yeah.
So I think all the states are trying to work to try and figure out what we can do to try and make this a real national thing rather than just, in Queensland one year or in WA the next and so forth, and try and do more for it. So, speaking of which, now this is the hard one that I'm hearing a lot about at the moment. There's a lot of Kleenex tissue users out here at the moment trying to find a place to practice, and we're not going to be as fast as the guys in WA because they get to practice every day. What are your suggestions on practicing and setting yourself up? I mean, T-Race is awesome if you can find a car park that's big enough and you can get away legally to do it, because obviously there's legalities. What are your suggestions for other places to potentially get some practice in, obviously asking for permission first?
Yeah, absolutely. Anywhere that has an large open lot. We mostly use a university car park that we actually book and pay for. It's super cheap, and yeah, they're quite casual about us being there, and it's just a great space to throw out some cones and practice big track, short track, all of that sort of stuff. I've been speaking to quite a few people across the country who are keen to get onto tracks, and if they start the conversation with the track owners, some of them out in the country are very relaxed and happy to have them there. So it's all about getting that conversation started and just hopefully getting the permission to get on there. But failing that, open lots, universities, shopping centers, anywhere that you can speak to someone and get some permission is the way to go. They do it all over the US, and I don't see why we can't do it here. What does super cheap mean? I think we hire it out.
It's an auto store here, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we hire it for about $25 an hour or something. So it's pretty cheap amongst 10 people.
That's not much at all.
Yeah, it's worth it.
The other thing I think is if you've got big sporting complexes with like netball courts or basketball courts,
yes.
That's usually a pretty good spot, especially if you can go obviously later after hours when all the sports are finished.
Yeah. I must admit, look, I mean,
saw some guys up in the Bunnings warehouse as well.
Yeah, the Intro to Speed Alice Springs guys in the Bunnings car park. I thought that was great.
Alice Springs guys, yeah.
Classic Australian.
It is, yeah. Well, you can have a bit of a practice and get a sausage, and go back and have a bit more of a practice afterwards. It's a great idea. But I mean, that's the sort of thinking we need to be in honest. Need to be looking at, and I think it's really, really difficult to just have that conversation with a university, for example. And I mean, how, if you don't mind me asking, how was that approach? Did you just walk into the university over the front desk and go, "Hey, I want to talk to you about your car park"?
There's a bit of digging to find the right contact, but fortunately they actually have a room booking system and an events booking system. So I basically just went through their events portal and found the right contact and gave them a call and just explained what we were doing and how there is really no harm to the car park or anyone around. And they were quite, I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the property owner. So if they are quite relaxed and open to the idea, that's usually a good sign.
Yeah.
But it's all about starting that conversation and trying to win people over. Because at the end of the day, we're not really doing anything wrong, but obviously people are scared of the unknown. So.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it'd be a really strange conversation to strike up. Hey, I really like the car park. Okay, strange pickup line, but anyway, I for $25, I mean, it's not even anything to think about for 100, 120, $130 for the day. I mean, you couldn't go out and have a day out for, I mean, you could go and have an amazing day out for that sort of money, but realistically, if you want to practice racing, it's nothing.
I think
really.
another point to add is obviously we've established an association and a group here, so it is a lot easier to come from that perspective and sort of say, we are this hobby enthusiast group and we're established. So that could be a first step for some people who are really struggling. If they do want to set up chapters in our association, even reach out to us and we can start the conversation, because I think having an official body to sort of back you in those conversations also helps gain those parking lots and places like that. So I'd love to see the association branch out into other states. I think that's the long-term goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you guys have done an amazing job to sort of bring it out and sort of start the conversation. You guys have got insurances. You've done all the hard work, and I know that it's very sensitive with the insurances and other things. But if you're in Australia and you want to try and find somewhere to practice, and you've located somewhere and they need insurances and so forth, reach out to Taz and the crew and have the conversation. Don't know what's going to come of it, but have the conversation. And I think the reality of this is, and if I can talk for you and can shut me down if you want, respectful, professional, no going in there just going to hack and causing a whole heap of grief and getting out, because that'll just destroy what the larger community is trying to achieve. So anyway, move right along. Pete,
well said.
Gonna talk to you about your racing. You've been racing for how long?
Properly, I'd say since Queensland. I did come to a few track days originally. That's how I met Taz and Jeff. They've kind of taken me under their wing. Actually, I just dove straight under there, and they've been a wealth of knowledge in terms of helping me set up. I've got a four-wheel. I've seen the chat here. I've got a four-wheel drive Frankenstein of a Radium /newbie /bound motorboard. So they've been super helpful in guiding me on how to construct that, and I've been tweaking it over the years, and I've kind of finally come to a point where it's getting there. I'm doing mid-14s T races, which is okay.
So
Pete, shall we call your board, say it's the mongrel breed race board? If it's all a bit of what's and bits of what's up, it's typical Australian. Everything goes.
Everything go. If I was to do it again, I would have taken Jeff's advice and just gone the Stooge, to be honest.
But I think realistically, I think you're right. It is easier just to do that. I think from the other side of it, though, building your own board, it teaches you so much more about the sport, how it all goes together, and everything. And I think Taz has been through that game and is still going through that game, even though he's got the Stooge gear. He's still continuously updating.
There's still a lot of building.
Frankenstein. And Jeff just seems to come out there and just smoke us all and give us a hard time. So it's going to be interesting. So
I think the going rule is that you haven't actually built a board yet until you've blown up an ESC.
That's probably a fair call too, because there's a few of us out there that have destroyed a few boards over the years, that's for sure. So Jeff, from your perspective, you've got a wealth of knowledge as Taz has. Obviously, Taz is doing all this background stuff. You're a bit of an athlete. No one really knows. Taekwondo, is it?
No, jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
So those of you who don't know Jeff, if you beat him on track, he'll probably beat you off. No, I'm only joking. Very sporting sort of person, nice person and nice personality. But Jeff, you are a mad racer, and you are really keen and passionate about it. What are you looking forward? I mean, you going out there just thinking Taz is your main competition, or are you going to try and take it to everybody else as well a bit?
Look, I've got to get my board running properly first. I've had some issues with it lately. But look, I honestly think Taz is going to be the hardest. But I could be surprised. I might get a couple from, there could be some new people that pop up that I've never seen before, that I've never raced against. You never know. Yeah, look, I'd love to do an upgrade. I'd love to upgrade my board. It's just don't quite have the finances at the moment, but I'll get there eventually. But I don't think it'll be in time for the nationals. So I'm literally still running the same board I had in Vegas for ESK8 there's no and all the components minus actually everything's still the same except for the rear motors that I blew up the other night and came off. So
that was a big one.
Are you okay? Obviously.
I'm still a little sore, but I'm fine. Yeah, a few bumps and bruises. All good.
And hence why I think, one of the most likable people in ESK8, and when we went in Vegas, I've got to say Morgan Brady and a few others come away saying both of you are amazing people and talk so highly of both of you. And I think a lot of people were disappointed we weren't able to make it to ESK8, but obviously Taz, you had Prague, which was reasonably close, but you had still got family commitments, and Jeff, we couldn't somehow get you across there, but I think it'd be good to see you guys being able to do more of those things. I know it's not easy, Jeff. I've got the same issues. I keep buying more toys and more boards to play with rather than getting serious about anything in general, to be quite honest. Is Suki's written, is Dylan coming? I know that I've been told that Dylan is coming, I believe, and Taz, you can, he's
as far as I'm aware, both Dylan and Liam are coming across. So I think Dylan will surprise Jeff. Like, Jeff hasn't raced with him yet. I think he will surprise him.
I did at Vegas, but
on the long track though, I think he really shines.
Yeah.
Jeff, you didn't get to Queensland, did you?
No, I missed that one as well.
Yeah, so did I. It was disappointing, but I think that's half of the game, though. I'm going to go back to something.
I know Dylan's an amazing rider. I know that he's very, very good. It's just I don't look. I could be surprised. It's just I'd love to see him on a 4-wheel drive board like we've all got, because he's coming in underpowered. He's coming in with less power than all of us. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, his skill level is high. One person on the radium is Liam. Liam's like one of those things. He hasn't raced a lot, but he is a very fast rider and good rider. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's doing. Suki's written, is Chloe racing too?
Chloe will be basically, as she has been all of this year, running the show. So she will be doing timing, event coordinating, just everything, looking after the sponsors as she does just in her spare time, doing the socials in her spare time. She's just a weapon. So, she'll be picking up the slack that I leave behind because I'll be running around like a headless chook. But yeah, I'd love to see Chloe on the racetrack. But I don't know, I'm speaking for her now, but I think she prefers to be doing what she's doing at the moment.
Chloe's just written up here, ha 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 ha, no. I'm just watching the background.
But it'd be awesome to see her on there if she ever wants to get on, and I'd be happy to, swap positions with her if she ever needs some relief on the timing desk.
Let's get her out on the track and have some fun anyway. Now, I'm going to ask sort of some leading stuff after the event. Anything happening after the event? Like, is there carryover? I mean, there was talk about other social rides going on during the event. So, potentially locally around Perth or something. You'd all have one home and I'd still be on lap 3. Maybe not, Chloe. Don't worry. Who knows? So after the event and during the event, group rides, that sort of stuff, is there much plan for that, or is it sort of ad hoc?
Yes. At the moment it is ad hoc just because it is so far away, and I really want to find out when everyone is going to be here and how long for before we start organising those group rides, because they're quite easy to just tack on to the event. So I'd definitely like to do a coastal ride, because obviously I know not everyone gets the opportunity to do that where they live, and obviously some people haven't seen the West Coast, so it'd be great to do that. A little bit of a ride around the city. If we have time and if people are keen, I'd love to go out to our off-road trails. They are a bit of a drive, but they are worth it.
Yep.
And then we actually have a new indoor like a novelty go-kart racing center opening up in November, and they're open to having us there. So we could get on the carts as well, but it would be awesome to get in there on the boards and the EUCs, because they basically project custom tracks onto the floor in the warehouse. So we could have whatever track we want, and we could have a bit of fun with it. So I think that'll be a fun little activity as well. So yeah, a few bits and bobs. We'll just see what everyone's up for, and how long they're here for, and we'll try and make the most of it.
So that's a big question from Suki. Are you giving cash prizes, and if yes, how much?
Yeah, so the same sort of answer as the live streaming. Like if we can get a larger participant pool or sponsorship funds to do that sort of thing, absolutely. At the moment, like the raffles and things like that, I feel like are going to add more value to the sponsors as well as all of the participants and spectators. So the raffles are going to be our sort of giveaway type thing. But if we get more sponsorship funds coming in, I'd love to be able to put up cash prizes.
So talking about that, Taz, sponsorship, how do people get in touch with you for sponsorship? I mean, if people want to sponsor, like companies want to sponsor the event and so forth, how do they reach out and get hold of you?
Yeah, so they can contact any of the socials, so that's AUSPEV, or they can contact us through the Ezra, Instagram, Facebook, the website, ezra.org.au, or they can give me a text, message, call, whatever they want to do. They should be able to reach me across all the socials. So yeah, I would love to talk and get more sponsors on board to add more value to the event.
All right, now registration, the discount registration has now closed.
Yes.
And we are at like full price for registration now, and registration will run right up to the event.
Yeah, from memory, I believe it closes about a week before. We'll obviously announce that and make it quite well known that it's closing. We obviously need time to organize all of the registration details and the jerseys and all the stuff that goes on in the background. And that was sort of the idea behind the early bird registration as well. We wanted to try and get as many people signing up early so we could show this to the sponsors and say, hey, look, we've got this event with this many people coming. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the amount of people that have signed up already, and hopefully that just keeps flowing on, because yeah, it could be a big one.
Yeah, and from me, I've got to say, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. I miss you guys. It sounds stupid, but it's been awesome to meet you on socials over the. Yeah, I know, Pete. Yeah, but I've got to say, I'm pumped to be able to get in the same place and skate with you all. And even if it's not racing, it's actually just being around and catching up and seeing you guys. Hanging out. I mean, the one thing that we don't talk about enough is community. We are a community, and we're like a big external family that we're all, we've got the same passion, the same love of the sport, whether it's racing or riding or just talking about it all. So I'm really keen to get in front of you guys and say g'day, and just smile and laugh and carry on again, because it's been a while. It's been a few bits of time between drinks. Who are you guys looking to? I mean, not me, but I mean the other guys, Dylan and a few of the other guys. You're probably all keen to see a few people from around Australia as well.
Look, I think you nailed it with the community. It is a really good community. Everyone gets along really well. It's probably the best thing about the sport. I mean, we've got some people that really do love winning and love competing, i.e. me. But I do love the vibe. It's just a really good vibe.
Sorry, hang on.
Yeah.
I like winning too. I'm Taz, and I'm a ESK8.
Gotta stop that. It's just silly.
I need one of those.
It's so late here. I'm just getting tired, delirious. Spot on, Jeff. And sorry, I cut you off completely there.
No, you didn't cut me off. I pretty much finished.
No, you're right. It's one of those things that doesn't get sort of brought up a lot about the events, is that community vibe that goes on in the background. Like quite often during even our local events, it's really hard to keep to schedule because everyone's just having such a good time chatting to each other about things that they're passionate about, and we all share that same passion. And yeah, it's cool to be able to bring more people together from across the country and connect with others around the country. It's going to be a great experience.
Yeah, I think.
The other thing,
Sorry, yeah, go Pete.
I was going to say, the other thing I was going to add is I was really impressed with the New South Wales team at the Queensland event. They all were wearing like matching tops like underneath their jerseys, because we gave them jerseys, but they're all like wearing matching tops and stuff, and they came as a group, and there was that really camaraderie, and I really admire that. So, you know, maybe a shout out to all the different states to coordinate with each other and maybe bring a little bit of state rivalry. That'd be nice.
Imagine all the Victorians in mankinis coming over and just attacking you all. It won't be pretty. but I'm right in there talking about with Jeff too. Please, it's come and getting mixed up and involved. Chloe, may you please check your messages. Okay, so that's a note for Chloe. From my side, one of the things that I learned really quickly at ESK8 when you guys were there was Jeff, and I've mentioned this in a few streams now. Jeff had some trouble with grip. I mean, grip was really bad in 2024 when we were there. And this guy I've been watching on socials racing against Taz. And Taz I've sort of had a few random conversations with offline or online previous to that event. But Jeff I'd never met, but I've been watching you a lot. And he's all of a sudden I turn around and there's this tall guy behind me with wavy hair going, oh my God, that's Jeff. He's behind me. And he's going, oh, what do you? And we started talking about tires randomly, and all of a sudden, I had this new best friend. Was like, well, I'll see if I can annoy someone and see if we can hook up some tires for you. And it's like, all of a sudden, I'm just hustling, trying to help out where I can, and it really brings you into the fold really quickly, just talking and communicating and helping each other. And I walked away from that event going, I cannot believe how good this, I suppose the conversations and the support, whether it be parts, anything going on with your board when you need help with, people who are there trying to sort it out with you. It's just ridiculous how good it was. And I mean, people who were 20 minutes later were on the track, trying to get that position, but it's like, where does this happen? I mean, and I think people who haven't experienced that camaraderie of a group and feeling like you're belonging, can feel it at these events. If you come and get involved and meet everybody and talk, you've got no idea what you're missing out on until you actually get there and get involved. So anybody who's listening, please get in there and get amongst it and have some fun. Absolutely great question. Suki's keeping me on my toes. What about food?
That's a great question. So Saturday is the only full day event, and we have got a pretty big lunch break, and we'll likely do what we normally do and just do a big bulk order of pizza. I think we're going to add that on at the check-in. So if people want to, add pizza onto their check-in, we'll just add it in. It'll probably be $5 or $10 each, and that'll be it. So that's the only full day. So that's when we're doing the lunch break. The other day,
make cupcakes as well.
Chloe will definitely make cupcakes. Well, I shouldn't speak on her behalf, but I wouldn't be surprised if she makes some goodies.
Well, he said cupcake, and everyone's like, "Yeah, cupcakes."
And then the other events are shorter.
It sounds like you lot over in Perth are getting spoiled quite a lot here.
We are. We're very lucky.
Nah, it's good. It's good when you've got somebody who's happy to support and promote and get behind you all. So it's great. It's great. And again, shout out to Chloe for all the work that she's doing. Because I mean, tell you what, it's not easy, the amount of stuff that I see that goes on in the background.
I've just nominated her.
Chloe,
sorry, Chloe.
150 cupcakes coming your way.
Yes.
That's hard. We've been going for just under an hour. I'm going to go around the screen. Pete, anything you want to say, last words before we get off here and let everyone get back to their lives?
I'm looking forward to representing the WA crew, and I'm predicting you'll see some dark horses on our side as well. So look out.
Oh, there it is.
Bring in the competition.
It's been thrown out there. Look out, guys. Jeff,
I'd say look out for Joel. Joel, haven't mentioned him today, but he's definitely a dark horse as well.
He's very quick.
and you've got
He is.
obviously I've got to say there's a guy over in WA who is I work with his cousin here in Melbourne,
Ben.
Ben. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that he loves going quick, so I'm interested to see how he rolls on his board too. So it's gonna be fun.
No, he's definitely
he's
getting
fast.
better.
So yeah, a bit of a shout out to him. Looking forward to meeting him because obviously his cousin and I work together, so that's kind of funny. Jeff, mate, I'm pumped to catch up with you again, mate. It's been a while, and it's going to be awesome to see you in person again, mate. Anything from you? Last words from you?
Oh, just looking forward to the event. I hope it's our biggest yet, and we've got plenty of people on track to race against.
Absolutely. Craig, are you going to race? I've got some secret squirrel stuff in the background that will be hopefully turning
Yeah,
up
you
with
do.
me there. And we'll see. I've got to profess, I used to be a racer. I used to race dirt bikes in the heyday and road bikes for a little while, many moons ago. So I'm thinking about what that's going to look like. So stay tuned. There's more to come in that story yet. Taz, Ben's competitive on the EUC too. Oh, what's this? EUC? It's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he'll be up there in both categories. So it'd be awesome to watch him.
All right. I'm a bit disappointed the Victorian crew's not out there on the on the EUC secret squirrel. Yeah.
I could be wrong about that. And apologies. Like, it's hard to keep track of where everyone's coming from, but from memory, it was a larger crew from Queensland.
No, that's it. No, I'm just going to bag out every Victorian EUC rider out here. I mean, come on, guys, represent. Taz, mate, I've got to say thank you to everybody, Pete, yourself, Taz, Jeff, for coming on tonight. But thank you for everybody who's involved in WA for putting all this together. I know it's not a one-man band, and I know, Taz, you're a bit of a front man for all this. But I've got to say, everybody in the background who's doing all this, including all the riders that have helped keep the group together and growing the group, because without the group being there and consistently turning up, it would be really hard to keep the group growing or make a thing out of it with committees and all the rest of it. So for everybody who keeps forcing it, Chloe, is, I'm going to say it again, thank you to you for doing what you do over there in the background. But thank you to everybody who's riding over there and creating this environment. Every state in Australia needs to follow example of what's going on in WA and get on board and try and build your own community in your local state and continue to do these intro to speed things. I mean, we've got Intro to Speed Melbourne, who it doesn't really do enough. And we're trying to find a home to actually practice and ride together right now. It's hard. New South Wales is difficult. Queensland's trying to find one as well. WA have got it sorted, and so's Alice Springs in Bunnings, and they get a free hot dog or sausage and bread every lunchtime. So it's awesome to see that. South Australia needs to try and figure out too. So we've got to find this communities in our local areas so we can absolutely, I can tell you, completely agree. We love the community builders. We do, and you guys are doing great. So Taz, last words, any information that you need to give us that I haven't asked for? Love it, Pete.
Yeah.
Any information you need to give us that we haven't mentioned or crossed over, please go for it right now.
Yeah, no, I just want to say you hit the nail on the head with what you've said about our community over here and what sort of needs to happen elsewhere. Without the guys showing up consistently, there would be no need for me to be organising. So it goes back to all the people that are keen and keep coming out consistently. There are times that we're getting out there 2 or 3 times a week. So having that energy just keeps me going and keeps us all going. And as you mentioned, it's not just me. We have our association and our group that organize a lot of this as well. So shout out to those people, Pete, Chris, Chloe, and Lockie as well. And to all the riders that come out. It's, as I said, it just keeps me going and it's what we need to see happen. So I think to anyone organizing intro to speeds or anything like that, I think consistency is key. Having one every fortnight to start with or once a month, but just having it locked in, people know and they show up and you just get it rolling from there. In terms of the event, for information, I think we've covered quite a lot, but I know some people have questions about shipping their vehicles over and things like that, very specific questions in regards to how that happens. And obviously it's specific to where you are. So I think the best way is just to get in touch with me. Send me an email or something. And what I've been trying to do is, I think it's going to be quite efficient if people in the same area put all of their PEVs onto a pallet and send it over as a pallet, because I should have the ability to receive those pallets and store them and things like that. Get in touch in regards to shipping and any other specific questions. Happy to answer. I'm pretty responsive. So, and I just want to say thanks to you, Craig, for hosting this and helping promote the event as
well. Mate, it is awesome to be in front of you all online again. There will be more streams, or there'll be more talk of this before the event. I know that I'm going to try and get another one up for you guys as well on my channels at a later date, close to the event. Scott and I are talking about bringing in the Wolfpack in to talk about the event. I know Drew and Thomas would love to be there, but they can't because they've got commitments and family stuff back in the US and the UK. So, but we're gonna have a chat with the Wolfpack about it as well. Scott and I obviously are both coming. We are registered to get over there. We are definitely going to be there in full swing. And I believe that both of us are going to be trying to do those videos like we do at ESK8 where we finish the day, everyone goes to sleep, and we sit up for another 5 hours editing videos. So, God help us. I'm looking forward to it. But it's all worth it because, it's what we love and it's what we do. And it's all part of the journey for us. So thanks, guys, for coming on. I know middle of the week's difficult and challenging, but I thank you all for what you're doing. I can't wait to see you all. Look out. I'm a hugger. So make sure your arms are open to give me that big squeak because I'm loving you guys. I miss you all, and I can't wait to get there to see you all. So that's it. Thank you very much, everybody. Jeff, mate, take care. See you soon. Taz,
we'll be on
chatting. Yeah, awesome to meet you over online, and I'll be seeing you soon too, mate. And I'm look out, Western Australian family. We're all coming for you.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Awesome.
And thank you, Stookie, in the background. You're doing amazing, Stookie.
Thanks, Stookie.
And thanks everybody for chiming in and getting in there for us and all the